Okay, from this moment, let's gently close your eyes. Stay calm and gentle inside yourself. Slowly and gently closing your eyes. And just release, relax. No rush, no force. Just surrender to calm, peace, and serenity. Slowly and gently closing your eyes and take a deep breath in and out, in and out. Slowly and gently. Every time you breathe in peace, joy, and happiness. When you breathe out all concern, worry, and tension. Breathe out all. In and out. In and out. Slowly and gently. In and out. With a deep breathing, you can feel more relief, more relaxed. Loosen up and feel release from the past, from the future. Just be in the present moment of peace and harmony, of loving kindness and compassion from all our inner peace strength, meditating together now. Then you can breathe as normal. Just let it flow naturally. And allow your whole body feel light, gentle. Feel like you're flying in the sky, up from the top of the mountain into the sky. You feel the horizon of the sky, and you feel the mountains down below you. Very open, very free, freedom in the sky with your awareness expanding, very spacious, expansive to the sky, and feel your awareness cover the whole world. Very light, very gentle, and slowly and gently settle down inside yourself, that you feel your whole body, every single cell, every single part in your body, light and gentle, peaceful and natural, very light, very peaceful. It's like your whole body turn crystallized and melt away to the sky, to the freedom, to the open space, and feel release. Then let your awareness settle down inside your center, around 2 finger width above your navel, the middle way within, and just surrender, release to the center, like an inner home of your mind, resting your attention there. Gently touch and expand, that you can feel the ripples of peace, the ripples of love, expanding to the sky, and feel super easy, completely relaxed. It's like you disappear into the air. Just be with the pure awareness of peace, kindness, and serenity. Calm, peaceful, and gentle. Just observing no matter what rises up, any sensation, sound, or images with equanimity, with neutral mind, with calm mind, and let it be. Let it flow. If your mind wandering with some work, with some people, let them fly away like a flying bird in the sky. Do not interact with them. Just surrender. Just be in the now, in the present moment. And for anyone who enjoys something bright, that you feel good, connecting to bright and gentle image. It can be the sun, it can be the star, it can be the moon, anything you like, just one. And let the sounds of the mantra keep you calm and gentle. Sammarang, Sammarang, Sammarang. Stay calm, peaceful, gentle, and relaxed. Samma Arang Samma Arang Samma Arang. Enjoy the flow of the mantra like a rivers of peace, rivers of love, and spend this precious time with inner peace strength, with kindness, with serenity. Please continue meditating in silence for a moment. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang. Still remain calm, peaceful and gentle. Allow peace and loving energy rising up from the stillness, from the gentleness, and let that loving kindness, peace, loving energy cover your body. Feel well, you feel healthy, safe, and protected from all negativities. And allow that loving energy, peaceful energy, expand to touch your family members. See them healthy, strong, energized with love and wisdom. Expand that peace-loving energy to everyone in your country, to all the people on the front line to cope with the challenge of COVID-19, all the doctors, all the nurses, all the health workers. Support them with your love, with your kindness. Wish them well, wish them healthy, strong, and overcome this challenge safely, happily, with joy of giving and compassion to help humanity. Expand that pure, loving energy to the whole world. Calm, gentle, and peacefulness. Feel the whole world shining with love, with kindness. Wish for the whole world to be brighter, kinder, and support each other in this time. And may the humanity learn in this challenging moment and become the better humanity for each other. Feel the great energies of peace and love resonating around the world, and connect with your center and spend this final moment of our practice. Enjoy some good wishes out from your center. Make some good wishes for yourself, your family, countries, and the world. Enjoy good wishes for a moment. Okay, today we have a topic, the Buddha ways to deal with crisis. I think he's one of the best person in the world when we're going to look into crisis. And interestingly, every time I teach, I always want to review what I learned and something that I didn't have much time to dig deep into the detail. And when I have some research, I found out that Buddha had so many crises in his lifetime. Yeah, both internal, his own crisis as a prince, that I don't feel good anymore being here. And then he kind of looked like a runaway from his path to the throne. And also external crisis with many time of assassination attempt. Yeah, I'm not sure you heard about that or not, but he was on the assassination many times. Yeah, and we can look back to many great people who try to bring the social change that they're on the target. Gandhi, Martin Luther King. In his time, he has so many crises. Yeah, but he can defeat the biggest crisis before those crises. And today we're gonna dig deeper. What is the biggest crisis he overcome as a Buddha? Then other crisis is kind of manageable, even it look very scary, very daunting, like wow, what's that? I would like to address this question first, like why Buddha has many crises in his lifetime. Number one, he bring a big social change in India in those days. And sometimes truth, the truth doesn't flow well with money and power. That when you want to say something very truthful, sometimes it doesn't cooperate with money and power. And thanks to my good friend Brett, who shared with me that why money is a big player long time ago. Yeah, I have a wonderful talk with Brett about, because I'm so curious about financial sector, about money, why this factor so powerful and makes so much headache in the world with different crises. Also this current one that we experience right now between business or life, and that's still a challenge. So money thing, the coin thing that look like a money, is happened around the same time that Buddha enlightened, more than 2,000 years ago. Yeah, you can check more about this thing, but money with us long time. Yeah, since the time of Buddha, the time of Aristotle, and then Confucius. And that's what I share the knowledge from Professor Sack also. He shared with me called the axial age, the age that three teachers come up about the same period. Buddha in India, Confucius in China, and Aristotle in Greece. Yeah, about the same time. And interestingly, it's a time that the money and power system start. Yeah, interesting. So when Buddha enlightened, he says something that radically opposed by the system. Because in India, they have the background of Hinduism, Brahmanism, and very racist system. You're from the head of God, you're from the hand, you're from the feet. So they have a very hierarchy in the system in society. If you come from like a Brahmin family, you cannot get married with someone from like a slave family, or is very racist. Even they don't share the restaurant, they don't share the class. Even in India right now, if someone from the low caste, they drink, anyone from the upper caste, they throw that grass away. They don't share the pond, they don't share the reservoir. Very racist in those days. And Buddha as a prince, he say that right? And when he became enlightened, he said, we not categorize someone good or bad, someone in a higher status or lower status by your caste anymore. We're gonna respect someone, or we're gonna say someone not so respectful by goodness. It's simple, but it's radical. It destroyed the whole thing. What is that? For example, you have a sangha, like a monk. Anyone want to learn? Okay, come and become a monk and learn Buddhist monk. He didn't give importance to the family names anymore. That you're from royal family, or you're from businessman, or you're from slave family. He said, who come first to learn Dharma, like enter into the knowledge or truth, become the more senior one. Like you are the older brother or the older sister of someone come after you. So let's imagine, like in the Buddha time, like, oh, today the farmer, yeah, in a farm, come to become a monk and learn with the Buddha. So he was born, yeah, we consider like a reborn in spiritual practice. Like for me, like a Mang Burin, that's my first name. But in my Sangha, I don't use my surname, like family names anymore. I use Pali name. Yeah, Mang Burin Chitta Kusalo. Chitta Kusalo is a name given by my preceptor, like a monk. But for sure, in my passport, it's still my family name. They need it for traveling. But in our communication, we don't call Mang Burin and then family name, Mang Burin Chitta Kusalo. That is a Pali name. It's like my birth name as a monk. So in the Buddha time, it considers someone who enter, reborn. So like imagine in the Buddha time, oh, today farmer come to become a monk. Then the following day, the prince, his cousin from the palace, come to become a monk. If the prince who become the monk walk past the farmer who become a monk one day before, the prince needs to show respect to the farmer because he is a younger brother in the Sangha. Interesting? Leave everything at the door. Now you enter the purity, the wisdom, the compassion, and we respect people by their action, by their kindness. I think it's so wonderful. Imagine someone radically said this 2,500 years ago, and it's still so true right now that we didn't really care what's your surname, you are president, or you are the CEO, or you are the billionaire. If you are bad, people don't like it, right? But if you are good, no matter who you are, we care for that. I think that is individual level. But how we're gonna turn this value systematically, how the system will respect kindness and goodness, not money and power. That's the big question in our era, even until now. So with those things that Buddha tried to teach, and he didn't have any idea to confront with the caste system or with any political power in that time. But unavoidable, the more he speak the truth, the more money and power system in that time shaken. And that's why many crises come to him. Interesting. Yeah, but he doesn't care. He enlightened and he wants to help people. It's okay. I'm enlightened and I not no fear, no any part that will surrender to evil. He will not do it. So today I researched with one chanting, it's called Pa Hung chanting. Yeah, you can Google later. It's quite interesting that this is a chanting created 1,000 years ago, that it collects the victory of the Buddha in the 8th crisis, like a pickup 8th moment in his life that he overcome a big crisis. And we chant that, and especially in the Theravada Buddhist country, at every temple, after do like a chanting to Triple Gem, we do this Pahung chanting almost every single day. So in the chanting is covered very beautiful victory of the Buddha, which I will show you. It's like I can make the whole series of this, but today I will not go into very detail of each event, but just to show you that when you have crisis from this COVID-19, and when you look at his crisis, this COVID-19 is not too big. Okay, so there's something, I didn't decide this to show you all the detail. It's just the image. There's something Thai, there's something English, and that is the actual Pali chanting. Pahung saha samapinimita savutantang. That's how we chant, and that's a translation. It's not big enough for you to see. It's not my intention for you to read, but just show you the picture. This is the first crisis when he's a prince, not the Buddha yet, and then he sat under the Bodhi tree. It was written in Pali Canon that he were tempted by the evil, even like try to chase him from that seat, that get out from this sitting. I own this. This happened even in the modern day. Oh, I own this land. I own this place, and use the power and force. So he confront the Mara, the evil, with fiercely reaction that you cannot sit here, you cannot be enlightened here, this is my place. He doesn't care, he doesn't move. And I think Bernardo Bertolucci do some good work with the movie The Little Buddha, that Keanu Reeves portray. They show a bit of scene, and I will not discuss today that this part is real or it's just imagination or what. But it's said that there's some battle on that day, internally, externally. That's the first crisis. And he win. He just stay calm. He think about all the goodness. And then it said like there's some forcing power from the Mother Earth, push all the evils away. And then he get into his deep meditation. That's the first crisis. So I will not go into too much detail, just briefly show you 8 crises. The second one, after he enlightened, he were disturbed, troubled by it's called like a giant or ogre, like a very angry creature in those days. Yeah, if we think about today's world, we have some angry people out there, very big, very powerful. So he were troubled by a very angry creature in those times. And then he uses patience. He do not fight with that creature. He is patient. He listen. The third one, yeah, he were tempted by some group. Yeah, as I mentioned, one, people follow him a lot. Some political leaders don't like it because he's a former prince. You can imagine that, right? He's a prince. So when he teach, it cross his land, it cross his border. So some might understand he enlightened already. He don't have any political interest. But some, no. Maybe you try to fake to be a good person, but you have some big plan with your dad, right? So unavoidable, even he's very sincere, very pure, he were misunderstood by both political leader and religious leader in those days. That now he didn't say the same thing as those religious leader, that people are not, he said everyone is equal by goodness. And some group in belief system, no, it's not by goodness, it's by which family you're from. So it doesn't match. with the religious belief system in those times also. So he's like a troublemaker for those money and power control people, right? This is it's like a very angry elephant was sent by those people to kill him. Yeah, so he went with loving kindness with kindness. And then the fourth event, now it's come to the fourth one. Yeah, I think in CMC, Alan also mentioned about Angulimala, the serial killer, that he killed 999 people. Yeah, so Buddha faced with a serial killer who killed 999, and then he win over him not by killing, not by doing anything with him, but make him a kind person with the Dharma, wake him up. Finally, he ordained, he become a monk. And then they said in Pali Canon that finally he faced a lot of challenge in his mind with all the bad deeds he had done, but at the end, he enlightened. Yeah, that's the fourth one. And then the fifth one, this is a bit tricky. Another belief system, the group don't like how the Buddha becomes so popular. And then all the offering, all the dana just go to the Buddha and his team. It doesn't come to that group too much. So they make a fake story that Buddha got some lady pregnant. Yeah, it like a start with a rumor. It very detailed. It made like that lady walk in and out in the temple for some time, and then they start to have some rumor that oh, he's a very like a beloved assistant or supporter to the Buddha. And then one day she come like a pregnant. It's fake. Yeah, put something in her cloth and then cover it. You see, enlightened one experience this. So if you experience difficulty, hardship, some bad people, should be fine. We still need to overcome that. And number 6, yeah, this one he faced with a group called Nikron. Nikron is a kind of spiritual leader. They do not wear anything, just fake, naked, and said, "Oh, I don't have any attachment. I have purer Dhamma than the Buddha." Yeah, so he need to teach those misled person that they thought they are enlightened already. Yeah, because they not attached to anything, just live with the sky, with the trees. So that's another challenge. And number 7, yeah, he faced with the Naka, the big serpent. Yeah, and also like a disturbed by Buddha teaching because they have a different power system in their world. And number 8, yeah, this is very big. He tried to teach the one who start Brahmanism that you are not forever. You think you are forever, but you're not forever because you're not totally eradicate defilement yet. The defilement is so little to be in the Brahma state. But he said this is not nirvana. Finally, he convinced those entity that start Brahmanism about the knowledge. It's quite amazing. Yeah, so many crises. The COVID-19 is a baby, you know, comparing to, oh, so many conflicts and things and culture crash and so many things. So today I hope I will have this for you, that how, from those 8 crises, I study and then I look how he overcome it. 3 steps, and you can apply it in your life, and we're gonna have some Q&A moment that you can ask me that how this gonna works in my situation. Number 1, identify the biggest crisis. Yeah, let's see first, what's the biggest one? And then number 2, find the root cause of all crisis. All these things, how it happened. And then fix all crisis with purity, wisdom, and compassion. 3 steps. Okay, let's take a look. Identify the biggest crisis. What is the biggest crisis of humanity? We usually have some more severe time, right, in human history. Yeah, even 100 years ago with the Spanish flu, I heard that there's millions, 11 million or something die, even worse than this time. Yeah, so is COVID-19 the big crisis of humanity? No, it's not. But I think thing that make people very, what they call, feel disturbed is that they don't understand why this thing happened and what is the real cause of this whole thing. And I think Yuval Harari, the one who wrote *Sapien*, gave a very interesting comment that COVID-19 will be gone, but the system that will follow COVID-19 will be a big trouble if it doesn't choose right. Like after 9/11, we not travel the same anymore. All that fear, all the security is right there, right? So now they have a topic about the vaccine, that everyone must be vaccinated. In some country, they're gonna put something under the skin to detect the temperature of the population. It started to go super crazy, right? So COVID-19 is a part of scenario, and don't take it too much credit about the crisis. Yeah, but the ignorant, the real understanding why this thing happened, it just come out from the lab, or is by design, or that is a big question. And I don't want to go to the conspiracy theory today. It's not my job. I just want to share what Buddha gonna respond. So with Buddha himself, the prince, he have the biggest realization that the biggest crisis is not small event, but it's a pattern. That when he confront aging, we get old, then we get sick, and then we die. This is the biggest crisis that we cannot avoid from this. And then we have sadness. We have, even right now with the COVID-19, the job loss and the trouble, we cannot travel, but it's just the sacrifice of some part. And some say, yeah, let's do it for the Mother Earth for a moment, that let them rest. But I do not feel good for anyone who lost their job, or no, we feel compassionate for those people. But on one side, there's some things going on, like we need to take care the whole system also. But when you confront that moment that you get old, you get sick, you're gonna die, everything is gone, right? It's more than this. Yeah. And the big question is, and what happened after that? And it's gonna be like this again? That is a bigger crisis. So Buddha Siddhartha identified the biggest crisis that we all facing. Even you are president, you are a religious leader, you are people in the poverty, or this is universal. Okay, let's move on. So the second one, he find the root cause of all crisis. And then he start to know it all start in the mind. Anything happen in the world is just a collective action. And with that collective action, it comes from collective mind, that many people think in that direction. Even they said that, oh, there's a movie come out before COVID-19, try to prepare everyone that that's the world we're gonna live. And then he start to see greed, hatred, and delusion, that the root cause. Money and power thing, it come from that ignorance about the life that you think you are forever, you're gonna be popular or be famous with those money and power. No, people will realize that on their deathbed, but it's already too late and already too much damage to the humanity. So Buddha dig deeper that ignorance that cause all bad action, misunderstanding about the whole thing. The human thing, oh, we are the greatest, we control the earth, we control the universe. We're gonna go to another space or no, there's something bigger than that, that make things flow. And we need to respect that to live peacefully. And this COVID-19 is a big lesson. The other day I saw one video that very sarcastic but very interesting. It's called the human zoo. Human zoo, you can Google it. That right now we in the space. Now the animal can roam anywhere. And they said maybe this is a moment where they like how they feel when they're in the box, when they're in the cage, the animal. Now this is a human zoo, they said. Like I try to treat environment better, try to treat animal better, not just make money, the loss of their freedom, something like that. So this is interesting learning moment. And pain is inevitable. Yeah, it's come from time to time. 100 years ago, it's happened, and it happens again, and we don't know this is the last time or not. But suffering is optional. It's our choice. How we gonna respond to this? Okay, I need to speed up a bit. Then one he understand, he fixed all crisis with three things. We call this three quality of the Buddha. There are many places in the West, they just talk about two, wisdom and compassion. Actually, it's three. We call the three quality of the Buddha: purity, wisdom, and compassion. No matter what challenge you have, if you have your goodness, your purity, your quality, that quality will help you overcome no matter what crisis that you will face. So it's something related that when he practiced goodness and then he become enlightened, that is a purity, the process of purification that transformed him from Prince Siddhartha to become Buddha. Okay, so from that purity come wisdom. Anything he realized it in his moment, and then with wisdom he know that, wow, I can relieve myself from suffering. It's not just me who suffer. Then compassion is a three-step. And for the purity, it's called 10 perfection. I think I don't have much time to go into detail, but if you have this, any crisis should be okay. Generosity, morality, renunciation, wisdom, effort, that's the first 5. If anyone to become Buddha, this is 10 things. They need to perfect themselves to be able to help a lot of people. If it's too fast, it's okay. It's in your Google, you will find this 10 perfection. And another 5, patience, truthfulness, resolution, loving kindness, and equanimity. This is the 10 perfection, in Pali called 10 parami. Yeah, these are 10 quality of the Buddha that make him ready to be Buddha. With this 10 thing, I think you're gonna be okay, no matter what crisis, because you have that strength, you have that energy and power, that resilience, that you can fix it with this 10 quality. So I summarize: Buddha way to deal with crisis: identify the biggest crisis, find the cause of all crisis, and number 3, fix all crisis with purity, wisdom, and compassion.